When you think of soldiers, you typically think of discipline, structure, and mental toughness. Well, I'm currently training to be a driver in the army, and I've learned a lot of valuable life lessons that can shape you into a more well-rounded individual. I'm currently attending one training night per week. I'm also spending a lot of time researching in my spare time, and I'm speaking to a lot of corporals, sergeants, and other people who are pursuing a job in the military. The first life lesson that I've learned over the past few months is to always polish your shoes. Your shoes are something that everyone immediately notices in your outfit. If they're not polished and they look very scuffed and dirty, people immediately notice that. So you need to make sure they're always polished and shiny. But polishing your shoes tells people more about you than just that you take care of your appearance. It shows that you take care of all the little details in every area of your life. Every part of a soldier's uniform is projected to the world in a certain way. They make sure that their uniform is always ironed properly, they've polished their shoes, they've not got messy facial hair. You can tell that every single detail is intentional, it's not accidental. So polishing your shoes projects that you're disciplined and that you're serious about your life. You're serious about your image and how people perceive you. So always polish your shoes and don't let a single part of your appearance slip. Always get regular haircuts and just take your appearance seriously because people notice these small things. Number 2, I was speaking to this French Legion soldier, and the French Legion is this very high-ranking organisation within the French military. And you have to go through a lot of very difficult and strenuous tests to get accepted. So he's a very disciplined person. And he told me that you should work out every single day. Now for him, the workouts that he's doing and that he recommended for me is 5 gym sessions per week, just weightlifting, and 2 runs per week. So no rest days at all. This workout routine gives each muscle group enough time to rest, but you're also not being lazy and skipping days. This prevents you from becoming lazy and it keeps you disciplined, it keeps you sharp. It stops you from slipping back into comfort, even just for 1 or 2 days of the week. See, this is something that I'm currently working towards because I'm currently doing 4 weightlifting sessions per week and 1 running session. So I'm currently taking 2 rest days, and eventually I want to cut those rest days out and work out every day, like he recommended. Number 3, during one of my training nights, my corporal said something that stood out to me. He said, 5 minutes early is 5 minutes late. That means you should always be 10 minutes early to everything you show up to, whether that's work, a social event, or even just training. You should always be 10 minutes early, no matter what. Never be late. Because when you're late, it just signals that you don't really care about the event that you're turning up to. If you're constantly late for work, your manager will assume you don't really care about your job and you will get fired for it. When you show up late to social events and just meeting up with friends, that signals that you don't really care about your friends. You just need to show people that you respect their time and you actually want to be there. And it's also small things like this that people really notice. It's the small details, again, just like polishing the shoes. People notice when you're constantly showing up early, not just on time, early. So remember that saying, 5 minutes early is 5 minutes late. Ingrain that in your mind. Number 4, don't be afraid to speak up. See, when you're quiet in the army and more reserved, you're putting other people's lives on the line. Because if there's an important piece of information that you need to share and you don't share it, that could cause problems for everyone else. During one of our training nights, we were out doing some drills in the kind of backyard area. And we were doing marches, we were learning to turn, how to stand at attention. And we were doing a lot of yelling, which I wasn't used to and I wasn't really comfortable with at first. Most of my life, I've been more of a quiet and reserved person. And it's only recently that I've been opening up more and speaking to people and being more social. So at first, I wasn't really comfortable yelling out loud, 1, 2, 1, 2. It was difficult at first, but eventually I got used to it and I learned that other people around you don't really care. When you experience something like that, you immediately lose all kinds of social anxiety and you just enjoy speaking to people more. You enjoy being loud. In fact, that same day, while I was getting the train home, I just ended up having a long chat with one of the people my age at the train station. And we were having a laugh, we were joking around. It was good fun. It really motivates you to speak up more and not be afraid about other people's opinions and what they're thinking of you. So the tip here is, don't worry about what other people are thinking about you, because they don't care as much as you think they do. They don't care at all. They're more concerned about their own life and how they're portraying themselves, rather than your life and how you're portraying yourself. And number 5, keep a consistent sleep routine. When I went up to Pirbright Training Centre for my assessment, I stayed there for a couple of nights, and we were forced to wake up at 5 AM every single morning and go to bed at 10 PM every night. I've been trying to maintain that sleep schedule throughout my own life after I left. You've probably heard this in the self-improvement productivity space a lot, which is wake up at 5 AM every single morning. And it really does help you to get more work done. And it gives you that psychological edge because you know you're working when everyone else is still asleep. So it causes you to work harder. And also, since everyone else is asleep, there are no distractions for you. So you can just focus on your work without any distractions. You will always get the most work done in the morning. That's just a fact. And if you haven't tried it before, then you need to give it a try, because it's eye-opening how much work you get done, especially if you do your work before eating anything, before eating breakfast. My current sleeping routine is I'll get ready for bed at 9 PM, I'll brush my teeth and everything, I'll get in bed, read my Kindle, and at 10 PM the lights go out. See, after my assessment at Pirbright, I just purchased a smart light bulb which you can control with your phone, and you can schedule it to turn off at a certain time. So for me, this was inspired by the assessment, because there the lights would go out at the same time every night, which was 10 PM. And I wanted to keep that consistent throughout my own life. Just the lights go out at 10 PM, you go to bed. Simple. You don't stay up any later than that. And then the next morning, of course, you have an alarm set for 5 AM. The lights turn on automatically with my smart light. And yeah, you immediately get straight to working. So just try implementing a few of these tips into your life, because it will make you look more professional. You'll have a better life overall. You'll be more productive, especially if you've got a good sleeping routine, good wake up routine. And just try implementing these things. Let me know how it goes. Subscribe if this video helped you. I hope it did. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.